Now to smooth out all these scrapes and scratches, I'll be using an 80 grit flap wheel here on the bench grinder. Let's see if we can make this thing look halfway decent again. It is actually looking really good. We should have no problem getting this rim looking like new again. I was able to get the entire face along with the inner lip here smoothed out. I still got to do the very inner. There's a couple scrapes in there, but I got both sides done in about 25 minutes, so not bad at all. After the 80 grit, it would be wise to follow it up with 180 and maybe even 320 because the 80 grit's pretty rough. You can feel it. It's a pretty rough finish, and any anodizing or coating over this is going to show through. After hitting it with 180 and 320 grit, got the rim looking pretty smooth. Honestly, if your rim isn't all scratched up and pitted like this one was, you could just start with 180 and finish it with 320. Now for all the scratches inside the rim, I'm gonna use a die grinder with a rough cleaning wheel on it. Not too bad at all, looking pretty solid. So at this point the rim is 100% scrape free, and the last thing I need to do here is to take a hand brush and just brush it to get the outside consistent here. So once I'm finished up with these rims, I'm going to drop them off for anodizing, and basically whatever the finish is below, that's going to show through the anodizing. So obviously you don't want an inconsistent finish or scrapes or gouges. That's the whole purpose why we went through this process of cleaning this up. Also, if you have a brush finish, that'll even show through the anodizing too, and it'll look pretty good. You could even do a chrome mirror look and anodize over it. I've seen that before. It's a pretty cool look. Not my style, but I think the brushed will look pretty sweet when it's all done. And I can't forget about the outside of the rim here. That's looking pretty nasty. Damn, that is sexy. Let's get the front done. Here's a little before, and here is after. Honestly, this is my first time ever restoring a pair of rims. Pretty dang stoked on how they turned out. So in total, I used these 5 wheels. I used the 80 grit wheel first to remove the scratches, although on the front wheel, I just went right to 180 because the scratches are pretty minimal. Followed it up with a 320. For the inside of the rim right here, I used a mini rough wheel to remove the scratches on a die grinder. And for the outside, I used the rough wheel on the bench grinder. Now, if you wanted to leave your rims bare like this, which I think looks pretty good, you definitely could. It would take more upkeep though. You're gonna have to rebrush them every so often. However, you could do a clear Cerakote or a nano ceramic to help protect them. But in my opinion, anodizing is the way to go on rims.